Hello everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with a speed build for this triangle house bundle, this campsite kind of build. So as I said when I was setting up after doing my dream snap and stuff like that, I wanted to do a build with this. This build, I'm not gonna lie, it is gonna get torn down because I have plans for this area of my forest. But I figured it might be good inspiration for you all if you want to do a build, or if you're setting up for your dream snap this week, it might also be helpful as well. So this was me kind of like bringing to completion this idea and this build. I was really happy with how it turned out in the end. So basically what we're gonna have is we're gonna have two different sections. We're gonna have like the camping section, which has like some tents and the house and everything like that. And then we're also gonna have a more nature side where there's kind of like a bit more sort of natural spawning items. So bushes, trees, things like that. I wanted to keep the main walkway down to the house. I thought that would be a good idea, but then I did fill up with some foliage. Now ignore all the marshmallows on the left hand corner. If they weren't there, I would have just filled that area with a bit more foliage and stuff like that. So if you're trying to recreate this kind of build, obviously just feel free to fill that up with some foliage pieces and things like that. Or you could even put in an extra tent. Perhaps you could put in an extra tent. That could also work. It's nice been using these new items. These new items are nice. The camping stuff from the event, also this house that came from the bundle is really nice. I do really like it, and I think I might use the house as a permanent sort of feature, but I've just not decided quite where. So it is gonna happen. As I said, I'm not entirely sure where. I do think this is one of the more unique houses that they have in this game, certainly because of the shape of it and things like that. So I think it's going to fit in a lot of areas. In fact, I do potentially want to do a build in the Forgotten Lands, so stay tuned to the channel for that, because that is definitely going to be coming at some point. Maybe not this week, perhaps next week, but it's definitely coming because I have an idea which I think will tie in very nicely with spooky season. I love Halloween. I love my scary movies and things like that. So I'm excited to do that build. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be sort of very reminiscent of my Horror in the Forgotten Lands build. So if you know what that one is, you're going to kind of be able to guess what kind of build is coming. But I'm very excited. I did debate doing a fall inspired setup, but then I sort of went against it for now. But you could certainly change up some of the bushes and foliage here and go for more orange tones, and it would be perfect for a full-time setup. In fact, I'm thinking that maybe what I do, because I'm thinking of turning my Sunlit Plateau into like a full fairy core theme, because I want every single area in my valley to kind of follow a different kind of fairy core theming. So I don't want it to feel like the whole valley looks the same. Each biome needs to look different, but I still want to have those fairy core elements. So I might move this over at the end of everything to the Sunlit Plateau and do a more fall inspired look. If I do go ahead with that, there will be a video for that on the channel as well. Now you'll have seen through this build some of the items that I've used. So I have used a little companion house. I thought that might be a good idea for, you know, maybe if people come to this campsite with pets, they might want a little pet shelter for them. I also did the outhouse in reference to my stream and my dream snap, and obviously the toilet theme that we've got going on. I'm thinking about rebranding from the Potato Club to the Toilet Club, because I feel like it's something I cannot escape. So maybe I need to rebrand. Maybe potatoes isn't my thing anymore. Something that's been such a big thing of like sort of me from from when I was on Twitch, and like maybe it's just my natural progression. I did of course also use a couple of tents. I do also use some picnic tables because I thought they might be nice for some outdoor dining kind of thing. Like if you're in nature, a lot of people will want to eat outdoors and things like that. I also set up a little fishing set kind of like a couple of chairs and a little like parasol umbrella, just to be kind of like a fishing area. I still need something that I need to utilize as a fishing pole, because I have done before on one of my like very first builds, I think when I decorated the meadow ages ago. I did use one of the fence posts, one of the metal fence posts, and use that to imitate a fishing rod, but it doesn't kind of work. It just looks like a metal pole. So I didn't bother with that. I didn't bother doing that. I think with the there's like a fishing trap that I put in the water. I think that gives a good indication of what the area is meant to be about. I did set up the archery set because I feel like archery is common in campsites. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know. But I just feel like that's an activity that would make sense in this build. I did add a lot more trees. I did also put a tent inside the sort of foresty area, because I imagine that maybe someone wants to, you know, rough it out and really get involved with nature, so I did add one of those. I also added in some wildebeest remains, just because I was thinking like, okay, it's nature, there's gonna be, you know, bears attacking fish and other little wild animals and stuff like that, so I was like, we'll just put in a few bones for a cute little sense of realism. I did also set up one of the perches for the companions, mainly because I wanted it to sort of imitate like a bird watching area, and we do have a nice little bench set up as well. I do also in this build use the training camp gateway, and there's some posts that you can get from Jack Skeletons. I think it's his level 10 quest, and they're signposts, and I wanted them to really kind of signify the entrance way to the camp. That was always kind of like my plan with that. And shout out to whoever it was on stream, was it Glitch, who said to use the training camp fence? I don't know if it was Glitch, was it Emmy? I'm so sorry, I don't remember who it was. Please accept my apologies on that. But whoever it was that made that suggestion, great call. I'm so glad I used it. Now you'll probably also notice in my build that I used the marshmallow bushes. You don't have to use these. You could use any of the sort of natural spawning bushes, like the blueberry bushes or the apple trees or things like that. You could certainly use some of the foliage items that we have in game to replace those. I just thought because of the whole event thing and stuff, they tied in quite nicely, so I did include them. I also used a couple of the popcorn buckets. I never considered myself as someone who might decorate with them, but I thought they kind of like looked like cute little bags, like with the little straps on them and stuff like that. I thought they might add a bit of a fun touch for little bits of decor. I definitely could have cooked up some meals and put them on the picnic tables too. So if you don't have some of these items for kind of like clutter, you could just cook up a bunch of meals and put those on the picnic tables and they would work just as good. I did remove a bunch of fireflies and then put them back in at the end as well. I do think they sort of add to the build. They add a nice bit of sparkle and light and stuff like that. But one of the things I have learned very quickly is to leave the fireflies till last one placing, because they literally get in the way. Whenever you're trying to put down trees or taller items or anything or move stuff about, they will get in the way and it is so frustrating. So my one big tip with decorating, if you are using the fireflies, is leave them till the very last moment to put in, because it's just easier. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this talking segment here. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope this did help inspire you. To all my subscribers, thank you so much. If you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe subscribe button. That way you can stay tuned to any future videos I do. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this build as well. For all my channel members, thank you so much for your support. It means the absolute world to me. You're all iconic and I love you so much. But thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the walkthrough of this build and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!